7:18 on the morning show with Mark and Bill. MLA from Riding Mountain, Honorable Greg Nesbitt. He's the Minister of Natural Resources and Northern Development. He joins us by phone this morning. Good morning, Minister.
Good morning, Bill.
Let's talk airplanes for a moment. I got woke up the other night by an airplane, and I thought, oh, that's conservation out doing enforcement. They're going to find some night hunters, they're going to put them in jail where they deserve to be, and keep those animals safe. But turns out I was wrong. That's not what the airplane's doing, is it?
No, you're right, Bill. It's an aircraft under contract to Natural Resources here to do aerial surveying in the Duck Mountains and Porcupine Mountains.
Now, what are you looking for exactly while you're doing the surveying?
Well, actually, these planes are equipped with infrared cameras, so they don't require spotters or anything like that. They're flying grid surveys up and down the parks, recording on infrared cameras every animal that they see. It's just doing a wide swath through the park. So we hope to have a lot more scientific evidence of animals in the park, and I guess specifically the moose population is what we're looking at.
Let's talk moose for a second. Obviously, they've been in trouble the last few years. Are they doing any better yet?
We're not sure. That's what we have anecdotal evidence from reports of people giving us and from talking to our First Nation partners there that we get conflicting reports and things. That's why we want to run these surveys in a scientific manner to actually determine the actual population of moose up there so we can make some decisions moving forward.
I was talking to one of your colleagues last night. He gave me a call, and he was explaining to me just how good this airplane is at what it does. And it's so remarkably different from maybe the old way. And I think the old way, you'd go up in a helicopter and kind of look for them with your eyes?
Yes, so various ways. We used fixed-wing aircraft and helicopters, but it always involved spotters in the planes looking down at the ground continuously to see if they could spot animals. And, it didn't catch every animal, of course, and where this survey, it records on film everything it picks up. So we'll be able to see all different species of animals and do some actual counts from that and get real accurate numbers that are indisputable.
Now, I've heard stories of there being video from these planes from other places where you can see kind of amazing things. One of the stories was, a wolf chasing a rabbit. And you can actually see the rabbit running away and the wolf going after it. It's that detailed?
Yes, I've seen a little bit of footage, and I look forward to looking at this when it's done. It's very interesting, and again, that's the type of footage we can share with our First Nation partners, share with the Wildlife Federation, things like that, to ensure that our numbers are accurate because we have the evidence to prove it.
Wow, that's amazing. Why at night? Is there a reason night instead of daytime?
Well, again, it's infrared cameras and things like that. I'm not exactly sure. I'm not a biologist or anything. I'm not exactly sure why they're doing it at night. I would assume less air traffic in the area, less disruption to everybody except maybe your sleep, Bill, but I'm not completely sure on that.
We were talking off air a few minutes ago about the fact this has nothing to do with space aliens.
No, exactly. And I was reading some of your Facebook comments there. They were kind of entertaining. But, as a minister, I want to be open and transparent. And we should have let your listeners know up there that we were doing this much earlier. But the next best time was today. So I thought I should get on the air with you. And thank you for the opportunity to set the record straight.
Now, they were doing Duck Mountains. And by the look of it, they've probably wrapped that one up. Would that be fair?
Not sure on the timing. They are doing the Duck Mountains, the Porcupine Mountains, and they're going to do Nopaming Provincial Park as well as the Turtle Mountains. So I don't have an actual schedule in front of me here or anything, but they hope to wrap up in early April.
All right. Let's talk outside of that for a minute. We certainly keep seeing enforcement notices coming out of conservation. The folks there have been busy making sure people are following the rules.
Yes, they certainly have. Very proud of our conservation officer service. They're working hard. We've given them a little more tools to do enforcement. They've always been doing enforcement. We've encouraged the reports to keep coming out on a bi-weekly basis to let Manitobans know what we are actually doing. But they do a great job. And in the fall we were flying a lot of helicopter enforcement flights at night with infrared cameras and things. We've added 11 unmarked vehicles now. So we're taking the steps to bolster our conservation officer service so they can continue to protect our wildlife.
Excellent. Anything else interesting going on in the world of natural resources while we have you?
Well, there's always something very interesting. I'm now responsible for provincial parks, so I think your listeners can stay tuned for some great announcements with parks coming up in the near future here, some capital investments in parks across Manitoba, and to restore some of these parks to the crown jewels they are.
Oh, that'll be excellent. I know we certainly enjoy camping, and so many people just can't wait to get camping when summer finally comes.
You bet. Our new parks reservation service is going to go online the first week of April. We're certainly very optimistic that it's going to go off without a hitch, and I think anybody booking park sites and things is going to have a real great experience this year.
Well, I know we're certainly looking forward to it. We'll see what happens, Mark.
I just have one question, though, since you guys kind of skirted the issue a little bit. I know everybody wants to be transparent. I know maybe it's a little bit too far south, but you said this can pick up all sorts of species. Bigfoot is, I think, what a lot of people are going to wonder about. If you do see Bigfoot, will they actually let us know about that, or is that something you'd keep secret till later on? Like, I just don't know.
I promise you, fellas, if we see any anomalies like that, you'll be the first to know.
Bigfoot or Mrs. Bigfoot, little Bigfoot, yeah. Okay. It's that detailed, I hear, though.
I did see one listener asking the question about wild pigs, if this would be able to see if wild pigs are in the park. Definitely. I've seen maps of the wild boar populations. They tend to be a little further south, but they will, like I say, they will pick up all species of animals. It's just what we choose to count. But obviously, we'd want to know if something like that was moving further north. Yeah, I see. There's in the Squeal on Pigs, they have a couple sightings north now. Not many, thankfully. Not that we want to bless you with that in southern Manitoba more than here, but certainly.
We'll just shoo them across the border into Saskatchewan, maybe.
Oh, they're going to love us for that. Minister Nesbitt, thank you so much for joining us this morning.
Thank you, fellas. Anytime.
All right.
You have a good day.
Yep. Bye-bye.